Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel 5 Minute Pediatric. Today we will discuss about multiple gestation. Multiple gestation actually one of the confusing chapter of medical science for undergraduate and postgraduate student. I have tried to make it simple so that you can easily understand and easily solve the question related to multiple gestation. Okay, before going approach to multiple gestation, we must understand what is monozygotic twins. Here mono, single zygote. Monozygotic twins develop from single fertilized egg. So these are the identical twins with same genetic makeup. Okay, now other condition we have dizygotic twins. Dizygotic twins develop from two different fertilized egg in the same uterus. Okay, so here we have two egg and two sperm fertilized different, and these may be of same sex or different sex. Okay, now before proceeding further, we must understand one thing, that chorion formation, usually chorion Latin word, derived from Latin word which means placenta, and usually developed on day 3. Okay, C3, C and 3, letter C is 3 and 3. Okay, remember by this way. And amnion formation usually at 8. A for amnion, in Hindi we write art, A art. Okay, so remember only these two things, and we will further know about this, how this mnemonics is useful. So we have multiple gestation, then we look for gender. Okay, if we have different gender, means we have dizygotic, dichorionic and diamniotic twins. So what is the pathophysiology behind this? So dizygotic, diamniotic, dichorionic. Here dichorionic, chorionic already told, this is placenta. Here we have two placenta, here we have two amniotic sac. Okay, and dizygote means we have two different fertilized egg in two different chamber having two different placenta. So we have two egg, and in this condition no splitting occur. Okay, we have two different sac and two placenta. So in this condition, what are the risk factor? We have risk for premature labor, malpresentation and increased risk of cesarean section, and there is also risk of PPH in mother. Now again we have the same approach, multiple gestation. Gender, we look for gender. In that previous slide we have different gender, now we have same gender. If we have same gender, then we look for placenta. If there is two placenta, okay, then we have monozygotic, dichorionic. Here we have two placenta, and diamniotic. Now pathophysiology of this condition, monozygotic, diamniotic and dichorionic. So we have single egg, as splitting occur. Here all the thing depends upon splitting. So splitting, if the split fertilized egg, splitting occur in 0 to 3 days, that is before formation of chorion. Okay, so chorion is placenta, here splitting already occur, then placenta is formed. So we have two placenta and two cavity. Okay, two amniotic sac, two sac and two placenta. So similar risk as dizygotic, diamniotic and dichorionic, malpresentation, prematurity and postpartum hemorrhage. Okay, now again we have approach multiple gestation. We look for gender. If the gender is same, we look for placenta. Previous slide we have two placenta. Now we have single placenta. Okay, if we have single placenta, we look for septum or sac. If septum is present, okay, then we have this condition known as monozygotic. We have single placenta, that is monochorionic, and we have two sac is present, means septum is present, we have diamniotic condition. So pathophysiology you can understand, we have single zygote and there is cleavage, that is splitting occur. Now splitting here occur in 4 to 8 days. As we know that amnion formation usually occur on day 8. So splitting occur earlier than this condition. So we have two different sac and single placenta. Okay, so what are the complication, what are the risk in this baby? You can see that single placenta we have two cord. Okay, so there is risk of twin to twin transfusion syndrome. So one baby you can see is donor and one baby become recipient, and complication occur in both the baby. Now we have again multiple gestation, gender. If the gender is same, we look for placenta. If the placenta is 1, we look for septum or sac. In last slide we see that there is septum present. If there is no septum, then the condition we have monozygotic, monoamniotic and monochorionic. Okay, so what is the pathophysiology of monozygotic, monoamniotic and monochorionic? So here we have single fertilized egg, and there is splitting here also. Now the splitting, if splitting occur in 9 to 12 days, what happens? Or if the splitting occur beyond 12 days, then what happens? So here we have only one sac and one placenta. As we know that the chorion, that is placenta, develops usually on day 3 and sac on day 8. So if the splitting occur beyond that, we have single cavity, and in the single cavity we have two baby. So if the splitting occur in 9 to 12 days, we have unconjoined twins, separate twins, and if it occurs beyond 12 days, we have conjoined twins. So in these conditions we have increased risk of cord entanglement. Now question for you, in which condition we get lambda sign and in which condition we get T sign? Give in comment. Hope you enjoyed this video. Kindly subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.